think it makes sense, and we'll probably do that over time, but we haven't announced anything on that front. But I'm not familiar with this other company you're talking about.
There is no other company.
And how important is 4K and sort of the next generation of television viewing to you?
I don't even need this. You know, it's the next technology. I think it's not being, you know, it's probably slow adoption right now, just because there's just not that many TVs out there. So whenever there's this next leap, it always takes time to catch up, because the TV replacement cycle is pretty slow because they're expensive. So it'll take time for that those price points to come down. But we're shooting everything in 4K, so we think it's great. It's just for it to hit a lot of people, it's going to take time.
And is that daunting, Titus?
No, I'll tell you, I just recently bought an Ultra HD 4K TV, and
You look better?
No, you can see everything. So, yeah, it's not for if it had to do with vanity, I'd say, no, actually, you would have watched that on a 12-inch black and white from the other side of the room. But my wife and I watched the pilot on, because I have an Amazon box, and it's because the way that Bosch is shot, you know, it's really shot like a film. So we don't shoot with those sort of, the standard protocol in network television is, you know, you're lucky if you can squeeze in something, kind of a camera move that's you know, even remotely interesting, whereas we have Paul Summers and Patrick Cady, our DPs, and they're damn good shooters, and so with LA being a character in it, you have to kind of service that, and the way to do that is with really, really good cinematography. So we're not shy of shooting something that's filmic rather than being formatted to fit, you know, the small screen. So no, I think it's great, and I have to say it looked really amazing. And it doesn't all, I mean, a lot of people are shooting on the red systems and things now, and so that's become sort of the standard, and it doesn't always look that great, but both of our guys are really familiar with those systems, and they utilize them really, really well.
So this is being shot with red?
On the 4K system, yeah. You know, they're still working the bugs out. I mean, I hear a lot of bad language throughout the day from the camera department, just because that technology is constantly, you know, evolving. But everything. I mean, I did Transformers 4, and that was shot with all these different kinds, including 3D as well, and that was kind of a big learning curve for me to observe that. But man, when you look at the end product, it's pretty astounding. That being said, a little bit of insider information: when you are there are settings on those televisions, and if they're not properly set, meaning if you're watching a football game, and I mean soccer, you don't want that sports setting, because when you go and you watch a film that's been shot on the red system or on high def, it looks like it's been shot on a VHS camcorder from the 80s, because the resolution is so high that it looks really, really bizarre. So I learned that kind of the hard way. I was watching Mission Impossible, and I thought, no, this is terrible. It turned out that the setting on the television was wrong.
All right. I think that wraps it up. I'd like to thank Titus and Michael. If we can give them a round of applause. Thank you for coming.